Well, today I've got another cell phone mount from Vicseed. This one's perfect for all of you with socket cases and sockets on the back. And it's got one of their newest ways of attaching it to your air vent. But how well does it work? In today's episode of Hobart's Reviews, I'm going to go over the specs, I'll show you how to attach it to your air vent, and we're going to ride around together and see how this baby handles on the road. All that and more on today's episode of Hobart's Reviews. Hey friends, my name is Hobart and welcome back to Hobart's Reviews. So Vicseed sent me 3 of these cell phone mounts a couple weeks back to try out, and I've already done one review, which I will have a link in the description if you want to check that out. This is number 2 and I've got one more to go. Now the one that we're looking at today is one of their newest ways of attaching it to your air vent. It's got a little hook on it. Plus, Vicseed thought of all of you with the socket phone cases. This mount is perfect for you because they've included some extra space for that socket to go while it's on the phone mount. We're going to go over that and how to install the phone mount in just a minute. Now let's take a look at the specs first. The Vicseed Universal Vent Mount can be used with phones that have screens from 4 inches all the way up to 7 inches, which will include your iPhone Maxes and your Galaxy S21 Ultras, so you don't have to worry if your phone's going to fit. Now the Vicseed phone mount has a recessed area right here in the center to accommodate the phones and cases with sockets, which are so hugely popular right now. Until now, you'd have to remove your phone case or maybe not even be able to use a phone mount because, well, the socket would always get in the way. Well, problem solved, right? So Vicseed has also included ample padding on the sides here to make sure that it has a nice good grip and doesn't damage or drop your expensive smartphone. This particular phone mount from Vicseed uses a new way of attaching it to your air vent. It's got these 3 support feet and a metal hook. It's supposed to hook onto the back of your air vent, and then you use this little knob here to extend or retract the hook so you can use it on different size air vents. This is also the knob you're going to use when you want to tighten it or loosen it once you get it hooked onto your air vent. The Vicseed phone mount uses a 360 swivel design to give you the freedom and adjustability to view your smartphone in almost any position. To attach it, you just unscrew the nut on the back here, you install it backwards on the ball side with the threads facing out, then you're going to insert the ball into the socket here and tighten it down till it's almost tight. Once you get the phone mount installed in the car, then you can adjust the viewing angle to your liking and adjust the nut the rest of the way. Well, let me go ahead and show you how to install this phone mount to your air vent. First, you're going to go ahead and extend the hook by twisting the knob until it's long enough to reach the back of your air vent. Then you're going to find an area where you can hook onto the back of the vent and have those 3 support feet be in a stable position. Watch out if you have a vent like mine with the adjuster in the way and only 2 levels to attach it to. It kind of makes it a challenge. Once you get it hooked though, just twist that knob to retract the hook and tighten the mount onto your air vent. Now it may take some practice to get it just right as it did for me, but once you get it fastened securely to your air vent, it's ready to accept your smartphone. Now you can do this in one of 2 ways. You can do it one-handed by using one of the sides as leverage to push up against to open the grips wide, or you can use 2 hands to spread them apart and be able to insert your smartphone without really messing it up. And the reason I say 2 hands is because I actually had it loosen up from its secure position when trying to do it the one-handed way, which shouldn't happen, but it could be just my air vent, so I don't want to say that it's necessarily going to happen to you. Well, now that you got your phone mounted, it's time to adjust the viewing angle exactly how you like it. Now, as I said earlier, you can leave the nut just slightly loose so that you can adjust that viewing angle at this point, now that you have it installed in your car exactly where you want it. If you tighten it up all the way, that's okay. Just go ahead and loosen the nut slightly so that the swivel will move, and then adjust the viewing angle just how you like it. And when you're all set, tighten the nut on the back and you're ready to go. Well, now that we've installed this puppy, let's go ahead and take a drive and see how it handles on the road. As you can see up here at about 60 miles an hour, we do have a little bit of wobble, shaky going on. right, now we're out here on the highway doing about 70 miles an hour. Take a look, you can see there's a little bit of bounciness going on. All right, let's take a look at my pros and my cons. Let's start off with the pros. Pro number one, it's made by a good company. Vicseed is one of the leaders in car phone mounts and really does make a quality product. Pro number two is that, well, you can use this with pretty much any size phone, even phones that have socket cases, because they added that extra area there. So this opens up a whole new market of customers just like you that can now use the mount with their phone, even with their socket case. Now, pro number three, it is built with high quality materials. It's engineered nicely. They've put a lot of thought into this phone mount, and you can really tell. Everything fits, everything tightens down correctly. It just feels like it's really well built. Pro number four, well, because of this 3 support feet here, it kind of stays off your air vent and does not block the airflow coming out of it. Most of the other phone mounts for the air vent can disrupt the airflow coming out or make it, kind of block it in a way which takes it longer to cool off in the summertime, and we all know we don't need that. Now it's time to take a look at the cons. Con number one, this is not for every air vent. With me, I've had a hard time trying to find a secure place to mount it because my air vent adjuster's in the middle. I've only got 2 levels. They're kind of wonky. It sometimes even comes loose when I'm inserting or removing my phone, and I'm not a big fan of that. Con number two is that, well, it's a little bit on the wobbly side for me personally. It might not be for you, you might not mind that. As you can see, there was definitely some wobble, a little bit of bouncing going on while driving. You may not care about that. I like it nice and tight. It is noticeable. Some of their other air vent mounts, it's mostly this area here, they do a better job at keeping it nice and tight while it's on the vent. Con number three is that the hook actually bent on me. Yeah, after trying to find a way to mount it, I got it nice and took it off and on a few times, but I noticed that this hook piece was bent and slightly twisted. I was able to bend it back and untwist it, but the next time it happened, it actually broke. Now, I would have had this review done last week, but I had to have Vicseed send me another one because you can't really install it without the hook. Now, overall, though, it is nice. It's a well-built phone mount. It's perfect for those of you with sockets for sure, and the socket cases you have on their phone because of this recessed area right here. It's well-built, made by a great company, so I would recommend this phone mount, especially if you're looking for a new mount and you want to try something new. Now, if this is something that you would like to go ahead and purchase, I have put a link in the description to this mount and the other phone mounts that I've reviewed for Vicseed. I'm also going to put a link to my other video reviews if you want to watch any of them before you make your final decision. Remember, I got one more coming up. If you like this video though, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell so next time I put out a video, you will get notified. Well, thanks friends for watching. My name is Hobart for Hobart's Reviews. Have a great rest of your day. See ya.